Channel, Chanel Lingenfelder. I am Kuthumi, and I come forward upon the rays of love and wisdom to greet thee at this time and to gift unto thee a profound gift of imagination. The world that you find yourself within, thus the reality that you paint on your canvas of life each day, is a very interesting one, and it must be so, as interest brings about expansion. Expansion allows for new worlds to unfold and open up before you, and those new worlds invite you on a journey of self-discovery and true understanding of the inner essence of your being, like you have never known before. Going on the journey of life and self-discovery, and indeed following the work and teachings of the mystery schools over many years, and for some over many lifetimes, gifts unto you a world that exists, that is real even though intangible. It is a world that you know within every essence of your being, a place where you belong, feel safe, and that allows you to explore and discover beyond anything you could ever dream of on this planet. Beloved Masters, it is a world that you come from, and it is a world that you return to. For you to be able to step into humanhood and take on the incarnation of a life on planet Earth, a great number of processes has to be set into place to be able to facilitate that, processes that many are very familiar with, processes of healing, projection, inception, and to have an understanding of the task at hand, which allows the inception of what you project to become a realization. Beloved ones, you are being trained beyond your wildest imagination to take on a journey that is so brave. Being human is one of the bravest things that you can do, for everyone on the other side are well aware of the truth that this world is and will remain your greatest mystery school. It is a planet of study, research, and tapping into the creation of your humanness. We know what it takes to graduate from there. As is clearly evident, many have to re-experience this time and again, in other words, spending time and then some more back on Earth. Time is only understandable and prevalent here on this planet. Beyond this world there are no restrictions when it comes to time, when it comes to distance, and when it comes to integrating reality. Now, how do you integrate reality as a spirit being when you leave this planet? Very simple, you do it as you have always done, by projecting from your mind. The difference being there is no physicality to take with you, no heaviness that you have to drag along like you do on Earth. But in essence you are the same. Your core flame essence as a soul spirit being floats in the void of bliss and carries within it the ability to think. It carries within it a sacred thought projection which projects from the inner core of its mental field what it wishes to experience. We need to bring this through to you for you to understand that as a spirit being, when you give out a projection to be somewhere, you are there, it is around you, it becomes you, for there are no physical restrictions that you need to create, uncreate, or traverse through, for everything is, it simply is. In using the key of your imagination and intuition whilst in embodiment, it works just the same as you are able to bring that gift down to this earth, to the very core of your reality, thus existence, right now in this lifetime. What restricts you? Physicality restricts you, beloved ones, more so your dependence on physicality. You allow the tangible to restrict your world of the unimaginable in such a way that it won't allow it to become imaginable, thus tangible. So, the focus here is to bring an awareness of just how powerful your imagination is, and how little of it you really use, all of which becomes clear once you step through the cave of consciousness and realign your energy with that of home. If you struggle to let go once you leave here, you will be assisted, and once realigned it is really and truly up to the consciousness that you take with you as to where you will find yourself at. This too is all about pure thought, pure imagination if you like, and pure visualization. That is how you live within your intuition back home, and so you must hear. Those of us from the other side of this world, not too far from here, would like for you to realize this divine gift and to use it wisely, for as with everything else in life there is always the adverse versus the beauty in your old world, the positive versus the negative, the game of duality. Do not allow the lower vibrational frequencies of your lower mental, in other words, your ingrained negative thought patterns or your convenient earth mind to stifle your growth, to hinder you from truly becoming the most magnificent being, which in fact you already are. This is why we try and teach you to visualize wings, not because angels have wings, you know they don't, but purely for you to take on a feeling of freedom, a feeling of the sky is truly the limit. Within each life process there exists an intended set journey to follow through, and even in the most restricted situations they too are given the chance to soar, to go beyond their imagination and to live out what they have set for themselves to do. It can be done even if physically challenged, and unless mentally restricted it can be done in any situation that you have currently chosen for yourself, which is why it is so important to pay attention to your imagination and to allow your intuition to be your guide. You understand the cliché or rather truth that you create your own reality. Hopefully you understand even just a teeny-weeny bit of the universal laws and their cause and effects. Henceforth, understand that within the brain, within the mind and higher mental lies the ability for you to project whatever you wish to live within, and once that projection takes on form that is when that form becomes manifest, recalibrating itself from the intangible into the tangible. Remember, you start manifesting the dreams and the desires of the world that you wish for yourself by setting the intention. Humanity has in many ways become lazy when it comes to using let alone exploring their imagination. As one of the most important of the higher senses, intuition, imagination, inspiration, all within the sixth chakra, are there to help push you across the threshold from the lower five into the upper energies, that is your bridge. Thus you begin to build your bridge that allows you to transfer your essence from lower limitation to higher limitless. This bridge of imagination and intuition gets its inspiration from the higher mental. Imbalance is often caused by your media, especially your social media and television, as they can hinder the expansion of your imagination, thus you vegetate. In other words, these folks cannot allow themselves the gift to visualize something amazing or something incredible using their imagination, they have to have an external force to show it to them, and that has to stop as there is nothing healthy about it. As we have said before, watching creative films, documentaries, mind-expanding movies, that's fantastic, but know your limits, know where to draw the line. When unable to conjure up fantastic visualizations in your head about yourself, then beloved ones, take a second look at that projector, for it is starting to reprogram you into that vegetable state, and that you don't want. Importantly, creative visualizations and guided mediations are wonderful tools to use in allowing the mind to expand, for you are not given the visuals but rather asked to create these within the recesses of your inner mind, your higher mental. The higher mental then taps into the intuition, and your intuition is what then takes you on a journey of true discovery, for it reveals to you through your imagination a world that is really and truly possible and intuitively takes you there. It is such a beautiful, if you will, feminine energy, and even though we no longer need to label things, creative visualization definitely has its roots in the feminine. That is also the reason why a lot of men feel that they are unable to visualize. They are unable to create an imaginative world that can become their reality by intuitively following what is given to them, which is not true. It is a man-made, excuse the pun, human block, as their overruling masculine thinking blocked it out, which is why we have all these divine feminine energies coming onto the planet to bring balance. In juxtapose, the new divine masculine template is also filtering through to bring balance to the overactive feminine. Eventually balance between the two will be truly sublime. Beloved ones, within the visual cortex of the brain magic happens, true magic happens. Taking this into the field of magic, for anyone to perform a trick or a process they have to be able to see it in hindsight for it to become real. The same goes for where you find yourself this very day, for in truth you saw yourself where you are at some time ago, and now you are there. Tap into your visual cortex daily and understand that there truly, and this has been proven by your scientists, and according to your world given a stamp of 3D genuine proportions, that it is real and true, and that is, there is absolutely no difference whether you see something in your mind or you see it with your eyes, whether you see it with your 2 eyes or whether you see it with your 1 eye, you see it. When it comes to a person that is visually impaired, that is a different story, for that is a lesson they have chosen to work through, but what they see in their mind through their imagination being guided by their intuition takes them on a journey of discovering senses of a higher frequency than what normal beings are able to, because they have to, which include a limitless imagination. So, for those of you that are able to see, tap into what is before you each and every moment, for it is a divine gift. Look at things deeply, in depth, intuitively, through your imagination. Go deep into spaces and fill yourself with the wonderful creative essence of all the worlds that exist around you. Be grateful, go out and dare to imagine more. What you see as color is very limited. Once you step through the doors of life, floating upon the river of love, into the cave of consciousness, through your Akash, once you get through to the other side, a new spectrum of color opens up before you, one that you can't even begin to imagine in this world. Yet it's there, and here, it exists, so dare to imagine. If you want to see magic, you look through a prism. If you want to see the magic in life, let light reflect itself through the prism of the mind. As you embrace the multicolor, miraculous wonders that this world presents to you, know that there is more, much more that awaits you and that you are able to tap into, like consciousness. But for that you are going to have to step beyond the limitations that you have set for yourself when it comes to allowing your mind to soar, allowing the imagination to flow, allowing your visualizations to grow, and allowing your intuition to be your ever-guiding guide. I am Kuthumi, I am the Lord and the Master Kohan of the Golden Rays of Love and Wisdom, and I wish you a most fantastic imaginative journey ahead. Adonai.